Here's Eddie Hearn responding to Jake Paul's call out of Anthony Joshua by stating this. He states, Joshua would fight anyone anytime, but warn Paul about the risk. If Jake Paul wants to step up and fight Anthony Joshua, he'll need the relevant insurance. And let me counterpunch. Eddie Hearn responding to this just confirms that this fight could actually happen. Because, Eddie pretty much, calls the shots. He makes the play. Anthony Joshua's interested. Now, Eddie Hearn is stating that he's interested. So that means, hey, why not wait? Why wait to 26? Why not this year in 25? And that means that he is very comfortable with putting Anthony Joshua in there with Jake Paul. And if I was Eddie Hearn, people, counterpunching this statement, I would too. Because this is, to me, again, like I've told you guys before, when Jake Paul called out Anthony Joshua, I think he overstepped himself. Hopefully he's just talking shite. Because if he goes and takes on AJ at 227 pounds, getting in there with a person that probably outweighs him by maybe 20 plus, he's going to get knocked out. And Eddie being that confident by responding the way he did, why wait to next year? Let's do it now, or let's do it this year. That says a lot, man. That is saying a lot about Eddie Hearn. The confidence is there. He wants that fight because Jake Paul is better than people think he is. But can he beat AJ? No. Because one shot from AJ would put Jake Paul on a stretcher, on the gurney. And Eddie, he saw that. He saw it just like I did. Just like I think you guys know. I think Jake Paul is calling him out because he needs another big fight. And calling out Anthony Joshua is a good way to do it. He promised Canelo Alvarez, I promise you, you're going to need me. I promise you, my fight is going to be bigger than yours. Well, who is on that level of Canelo? AJ. AJ's on that level. He's on that level, and Jake Paul wants those duckies. Now, will it be on Netflix? Will it be on DAZN? Because we know that AJ's a DAZN fighter. He signed a contract a couple years ago. People forget about that. He's getting $100 million a year. People forgot. So I have to remind you. So I don't know if that is going to be a problem. But the way Eddie responded, oh, yeah. He'll take that fight in a second because he knows that's a way to avenge Mike. That's a way to show, hey, don't mess with the big boys. Don't mess with the top dogs. Don't mess around up here. You don't belong up here. But I will say this, just for shits and giggles. If Jake Paul finds a way to knock out AJ, based on everything he said about AJ don't have a chin. He's stiff. He's not a good fighter. I like him. He's my friend, but I will F him up. AJ is 100% finished. So he has to knock out Jake Paul. Because if Jake Paul does that, that means he's now knocking out heavyweights. He gave Mike a pass. He didn't want to hit Mike. But then he goes and fights a current fighter that's on the level and knocks him out. Do you know what that will mean for boxing? That would be some absolute pandemonium. Absolutely. So, yeah, he has to. And I think he will. Because that's an easy way to make money. And it seems like to me they're doing the Tyson Fury shit. But, he's been doing it ever since he took the fight with Francis Ngannou and knocked him spark out. You know what I mean? And I don't even think Jake Paul is on Francis Ngannou's level. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, Eddie Hearn is definitely interested. So this fight gets closer to being made. You guys tell me what you think about Eddie's response. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.